My name is Sister Mary Catherine. I live in Albany, New York, where I serve as a nurse at a local Catholic hospital. What I'm about to share sounds unbelievable, I know, but I must tell you because Jesus asked me to. 3 people this week alone have asked, "Sister, what's changed in you?" My fellow sisters notice it, my patients see it, even the children at the parish school comment on how I seem more radiant. It all began on October 15th last year. I was undertaking a fast, something rare for me, a true fast, not just skipping a meal, but 6 days with only water. You might think that's extreme. It felt extreme too. Yet I sensed God calling me to it, so I obeyed. By day 6, I was weary, a bit unsteady, but filled with a peace I'd never known, as if my prayers were sharper, more vivid. I was driving to our convent that morning around 6:00 a.m., the streets quiet, just as I prefer. Soft Gregorian chants played, and I was praying for my brother Thomas, who's battled addiction for years, with no breakthrough despite our efforts. Then, everything went dark. A drunk driver in a pickup truck, intoxicated at dawn, ran a red light at 50 miles per hour, striking my car on the driver's side. The doctors later said my heart stopped for exactly 17 minutes and 23 seconds. But those 17 minutes felt like hours, and what I experienced, I'm still trying to grasp. One moment, I was in my crumpled sedan. The next, I was floating above it. I saw the paramedics working on me, the driver weeping on the curb, even Mrs. Callahan from the parish in her shawl, watching the chaos. Yet, I wasn't afraid. I felt a peace beyond anything I'd known. Then I began moving upward through a tunnel not dark, but made of living light, warm, welcoming, alive. When I emerged, I was somewhere else entirely. Colors beyond earthly hues, music resonating from all directions, and a light brighter than the sun, yet gentle to behold. What struck me most were golden threads of light stretching from earth to where I stood, thousands, perhaps millions. Then I heard his voice, "Mary Catherine." I knew it was Jesus. His voice pierced my being, and I felt fully known, fully loved. "I brought you here to show you something your eyes have never seen." Then he appeared. No icon or statue could capture him. His presence was love and power, his eyes holding every moment of my life, yet loving me still. "Watch," he said, pointing to the threads. "You see those?" I nodded, transfixed. "Those are people fasting and praying right now." My heart leapt. Each thread was someone on earth fasting to seek God. The brightest ones were those with pure hearts, not just performing rituals. I saw one thread pulse vividly. Jesus smiled. That's Elizabeth in Ohio, day 3 of her fast, praying for her grandson. Most of my children don't grasp the power they hold. He explained that fasting with a true heart, seeking his kingdom, partners with heaven in unimaginable ways. He showed me my own 6-day fast, each day forging a stronger spiritual connection, like a muscle growing with exercise. Then he took me to a place he called the Halls of Time. I saw Moses during his 40-day fast, receiving the 10 Commandments, his fasting creating space for God's glory. I saw Daniel's fasts pushing back dark spiritual forces over regions. Countless others throughout history shifted spiritual atmospheres through fasting, often unaware of their impact. "Mary Catherine," Jesus said, "I'm showing you this because my church is entering a season where understanding fasting will be vital. The battles ahead require more than ordinary prayer." Then he showed me corporate fasting believers fasting together, creating spiritual storms of power, shifting atmospheres over cities and nations. "Daughter," he said, his tone grave, "not all fasting is equal." He revealed fasting done for show or duty had little impact, but fasting with humility and repentance unleashed powerful dynamics. Fasting, he said, changes our spiritual DNA, sharpening our discernment and authority even after the fast ends. Many see fasting as a way to persuade me, Jesus explained, but it's about aligning with what I'm already doing, tuning your spirit to heaven's frequency. Next, he showed fasting believers clad in spiritual armor, their prayers like precise weapons, striking with greater power. But he warned, the enemy targets those who fast because he knows its power. Stay under my blood and word. Don't fast in your own strength. Fasting, he revealed, increases spiritual authority, like a promotion in heaven's army, though the authority comes from him, not us. Fasting worship, he showed, carries a unique fragrance in heaven, harmonizing with angelic praise. Then he showed how fasting breaks spiritual chains, addictions, curses, oppression. I wept, seeing how my fast for Thomas was weakening his chains. Our fasting, Jesus said, joins his intercession, bringing him joy. It's not about earning my love, you have that fully. It's about partnering with my purposes. Fasting builds spiritual bridges, connecting God's work, creating highways for his power, sometimes long after the fast ends. It clears debris from spiritual wells, restoring ancient blessings, and multiplies impact beyond what we see, often only revealed in eternity. Jesus showed fasting aligns with spiritual timing, preparing us for what's coming. In the times ahead, he said, my children must fast preemptively, not just in crisis, but for what I know is coming. As my time in heaven ended, he urged, tell them I'm calling my church back to biblical fasting. The time is short. Just before fading, he said, the power isn't in fasting, but in me. Fasting positions you to partner with my will. I awoke in the hospital, a miracle to the staff, no brain damage, no lasting effects after 17 minutes dead. 3 months later, during a 7-day fast, I had another cardiac event, my heart stopped for 4 minutes and 12 seconds. I returned to that realm of light. Jesus, now like a friend sharing a secret, showed the fruit of my testimony. Streams of light as people embraced biblical fasting, lives transformed, addictions broken, relationships restored. What I showed you wasn't just for you, he said, but for my church. Each shared truth planted seeds, creating revival ripples for generations. The days ahead, he said, require my people to walk in new spiritual authority. Fasting isn't optional, it's essential for the outpouring of my spirit. He urged me to tell the church again, with the authority of one who's seen the fruit, to fast not to earn his love, but to carry his power against rising darkness. When I awoke, my conviction deepened. Thomas has been clean for 8 months, a breakthrough during my 3rd fast. Coincidence? No. Jesus is calling his church to rediscover fasting, not to manipulate him, but to partner with heaven. If you're hearing this, it's no accident. Jesus invites you to fast with a pure heart, impacting generations. The time is now. How will you respond?